All right, from 1979, this is Old Coney Island by a company called Game Plan. Made very few games. Pretty rare games to find these days, mainly because drop targets and other things are difficult to find on them. Mr. Roger Sharp, the man who saved pinball, had a hand in this design in that this game is basically a mirror image of the game he originally produced with Game Plan called Sharpshooter. Mr. Sharp actually signed my back glass many years ago and told me the story about how he really didn't really appreciate this game because they said it was a new game that they wanted him to work with, but it really wasn't a new game. It was simply a mirror image of Sharpshooter. So he wasn't too thrilled to work with it, but under contract with Game Plan, he did. So here's the thing. This is what this video is about, though, is about the rule set of this game. Now, the game can actually get some pretty decent scores, you would think, because the way it works is you have bonus multipliers here that you can get with your bonus. So you can get up to, I think, 39,000 in bonus. 20 plus 10 plus 9, 39,000 in bonus. Times 5, that's 150,000 if you get the bonus. Now, what's interesting about the bonus, there's a lot of different ways to get the bonus multiplier. Knock all the targets down, you'll increase the multiplier. Spell Coney, C-O-N-E-Y, which is kind of hard to get, but you get the bonus multiplier. Put it in this eject hole, and you get the bonus multiplier. Now, what I don't understand, and I don't know whether this is the way the game works or maybe my game has a fault. I do have a replacement board in it, a more modern board replacement because my board was toast. So we put a modern main board and new ROMs in it. So it shouldn't be giving me problems. I do have the N up there, C-O-N, if the light's out. But I'll be fixing that light here in a minute. There's a couple of interesting things about this. There's one light here on the lane that says 50,000 when lit. Well, it's part of the GI. It's the general illumination. It's always lit. You always get 50,000 when you go down that lane. There's also one star target up there that is lit, and I believe it's also part of the GIs, and it's always lit. The other stars are lit up whenever you hit certain things and light them up. The two bumpers here are lit when you hit one of these targets, this one or this one. I think it's that one. And then when you hit the other target, it lights this target by itself. So those three bumpers get lit. Now, what's interesting about this game is when you light the bumpers, when you do the multipliers, they stay throughout the balls. They don't reset at the end of the ball. And I don't see a way in the dip switch settings to change that. The settings button you can push inside the coin door, it just shows things. It doesn't allow you to change anything. So it doesn't really you can't set that either way. So the rule set's kind of weird. So let's start a game. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first thing that's interesting is, if you notice, there is no 2x lit here, right? So when lit, you should get two times. I'm going to go ahead and run the ball up. It will light one of them. Yay! Or two of them, maybe three. Okay, so that target was hit, lit that one. You hit that target, it'll light these two. But here's what's interesting about this. You notice the 2x isn't lit. It's not lit given to you, and it's not lit here. If you put it in there, looky there, we got 2x. Well, why wasn't that lit? Well, I was confused. And when you do that, it also lights this. I don't know when this little guy comes on. He comes on like whenever he wants to, I guess. But if you go through this shot here and roll over those rollovers, watch what happens. Look at that. It lights it, and it runs it up. 2, 3, 4. So one of these, whichever one, runs this up to the next one so you can, if you get it in there, it doesn't move it to 5. But what I'm wondering is maybe it's 5 times 1,000? 5,000 is 25,000? Maybe? Well, that's what it is. It's 5 times this. This has nothing to do with this bonus. Right? No, I don't think so. Except that it did a while ago. So I'm really confused. I think my 3X light doesn't come on, which is really strange. What this game does that's really weird is that if I put it in, well, I got to be in game over mode. So again, no bonus. I drop all the targets, which I'm going to do. Boom, it resets, and now I'm up to 5 times because I think 4 times was it. Remember I said it doesn't reset at the end of each board. So when you drain, there you go. Now we're going to go ahead and let this run up and let it drain. Yay. Now, so the game's mostly playing right, but you notice some of the 3 and 4 lights and maybe the other one didn't lit. Well, if I put it in test mode, which I'm doing now, and I'm running through the test mode, eventually I get to the light mode. Well, looky there. Oh, look, the 4 light doesn't work. So I can get the 4 light to work. That bulb was out and ends out. If I fix that, I think that'll make that a little bit more clear. But, so, to help me out here, reply in the comments. I think this is the multiplier for the eject hole. But if you hit the eject hole, you get this it advances this multiplier as well. Island, spell Coney, any one of those will advance the multiplier. You have to go, I guess you have to go through there in order to run this up in order to get the $25,000 shot, which if this is 5,000 times 5 times, that's 25,000, so it really doesn't matter. I guess you do it enough, the special lights, and then when you get to special, it comes back and you do 20. I don't know. This game is really confusing when it comes to the actual rule set. So anyway, short, quick, confusing rule set. Somebody needs to do a paper on this thing and put a manual up so we can see it.